dudes, dogs, dude dogs. What's up to all of you out there? We got one rule here: no ladies, no cats, especially no lady cats. Dude dogs only. Wait a minute. Can we have lady cats, guys?
Nope. It is a lady cat free zone. It is dude dogs in the house. It is May 22nd. The Lord's year 2000. We're back with the worst year of our lives. I'm Daniel.
Scott.
Dandrew.
Keller.
Did you say Dandrew?
Dandrew.
Is that going to be like you and Dan's like Benefer couples
No,
name?
I said Andrew.
I heard Dandrew.
Regardless,
Dandruff.
we're here from Grand Rapids.
That's the couple's name of you and McGruff, the crime dog.
Dandruff?
Yeah. And Dan. That's Dandrew and McGruff.
Yeah. I don't care for any of this. We're back. Grand Rapids, Michigan.
He's a dude dog.
The
6,500.
duelist dog.
I'm trying to introduce the fucking
we're
show.
not letting you get through it.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Where are we?
Grand Rapids, Michigan. 6,500. About 4,500 paid.
More than
That's crazy.
usual.
That's good.
Yeah.
Way to go, guys.
It's that Scott Steiner draw.
I guess so.
They keep that up, right?
Yeah.
We're just
For
going
the
up
remaining
going up from there.
8 months that they exist.
So we started the show with a Thunder recap. I just wrote a lot fucking happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thunder seemed busy.
I'm not
and
gonna-
also because we never get a Thunder recap.
Correct.
But this was a lot happening.
I'm not going to tell you any of the things because I don't actually know.
I guess the Waltern face.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they showed that.
Arn Anderson maybe broke his foot.
Arn Anderson broke his foot.
Ric Flair sort of lost the title, I guess.
And had a brain aneurysm.
Yeah, Ric Flair had a braineurysm.
Yeah. Ric Flair's not here.
Yeah.
Instead,
He's at the brain hospital.
the show starts with a hearse and limo procession. It's everyone in black: Russo, Jeff Jarrett, David Flair, and they're going to have a funeral for Ric Flair's career.
Yeah.
That we see a ton of on this show.
Yeah. Hey, man, you got to fill 2 hours somehow.
I guess so. This show opens with a... There's a lot... Surprise, Vince Russo's booking. There's a lot of just random nonsense gimmick matches on this show.
I think we counted... Oh, and yeah, firstly, nonsense gimmick matches. I think there's 3 New Blood on New Blood matches.
Yeah.
Where one sort of ends up as a face.
Who is the newest of the blood?
This is not New Blood on New Blood. This is Booker T versus the Cat in a martial arts match.
Yeah.
This sucks. The cat sucks.
The Cat's horrible. The Cat has gotten worse every single match since his debut in 1997. Cat just beats the shit out of Booker for like 25 minutes with weapons.
Yeah, I wrote it's a squash peppered with low blows and potatoes. Basically.
Yeah.
Potatoes in the face with a kendo stick.
Oh yeah, the Cat just is wailing on him with the fucking sticks and nunchucks and
Like,
whatever.
it seemed like he was mad at him.
Booker makes a comeback, is a real professional, hits him with the rock bottom, the bookend as it were, his spin kick. The cat
The
basically-
Harlem Sidekick looked good.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Cat basically no-sells it.
Yeah.
He kind of got right
This
up.
is a common theme in this show, by the way.
So much. Guys, everyone forgot to sell. I mean, I guess it's time constraints.
It's time constraints and everyone, like, taking cues from Hogan. Like,
guess
oh,
so.
we don't have to sell things.
I just think it's just the 2000s. People are like, I'm a big fucking man. I don't need to sell shit.
Yeah.
Right? Sean Stasiak does a random run-in. Booker kind of makes a comeback with a chair, and the Cat does a cartwheel kick to the
Yeah,
chair.
which he's done before, and every time he's done it, he blasts the person.
Yeah, it looked kind of cool.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I forgave everything I said earlier about the Cat. He's my favorite.
So they beat on Booker.
If only he was a lady cat.
MIA make the save. Eric comes out with Kim to be like, oh, MIA, I'm going to fire you guys, but not.
Yeah.
Unless you join me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said they have plans for them.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was in the in arena thing. He just kind of berated them and like told Booker to join, and then all the MIA told him to kiss our ass.
Yes.
And then Major Gunn showed her ass.
Yes.
Implying that she was their ass.
Yes.
That they all use.
Bert?
Chair.
Chair.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, the chair that Booker uses in this segment. So the MIA is going to run a train on Major Guns.
Yeah. And then the next segment is them again, like all the same people backstage.
Basically, yes. There's this is a Russo book show, so there's a million segments. There's actually a 10-second segment between that and this.
Sorry.
Yes. but that's classic. Don't believe me. There's a lot of that. So all the baby faces show up in a car. That's kind of a recurring theme, is people showing up in cars.
Yeah.
I was wrong, actually. I made a prediction in this. I wrote, baby faces show up in a car. It won't survive.
It did.
It did
Amazingly.
survive.
Yeah.
It was Hogan, DDP, Sting, Luger.
Yeah.
In like a real hot car.
The big four.
They're joking about how Nash is late, and that's his gizmic.
Yeah.
Is
And-
showing up late.
Yeah, and we all slit our throats at old men using slang.
Yes. So then, next segment, Eric fires Booker.
yeah.
And is
Which
like,
he could have done in the other segment.
Yeah, but no.
All right.
Had to do it backstage. It was less.
All firings.
More intimate
It's new.
backstage.
Yeah, new mandate. All firings must occur backstage.
Also, I have to say, I feel very bad for Booker in these matches because he's actually trying,
Yes.
and everyone he wrestles is a fucking schlub. They can't
That is
bump,
true.
They can't wrestle. They blow all of his spots.
What is Booker's best match of 2000 thus far?
Thus far, I would say it's probably something with Jared in the summer, but
Yeah.
thus far, I have no clue.
yeah, like what has he been allowed to do these 5 months?
Yeah, he's been feuding with Harlem Heat.
Yep.
And now he's feuding with Eric
Probably,
Bischoff.
probably a match with Kidman on Thunder
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
they had their little feud.
Oh, they did have a bit. Yeah, it would be something.
They
he
had
and Kidman
something
did.
that was kind of like a healthy competition,
Yeah.
sort of babyface.
That's
feud.
like all Kidman did for a while until the New Blood thing,
Where
because he
he
did the
turns,
exact same
yeah.
thing with Vampiro.
Yes. Okay, so we have the first of the Flair funeral segments. Shuck, guys! It's a big nose with the robe in the coffin.
I mean, it's pretty funny.
It's kind of like that. Was it like a Crystal Method music video? Like Name of the Game? It's like a big nose who's like going to high school or whatever. That's a timely reference.
Was
I
that a
just made.
social
Yeah.
commentary on cocaine use in high school?
I don't know. I think it was just like, this is a cool treatment, guys. It's real cutting edge. It goes with your music real well.
And it did.
And it did. I don't know why I wrote down every instance of this. We had like 3 or 4 Terry Taylors and Reed Flair. Just
Because
Yeah.
Kelly,
Well,
I don't know if we should make this joke.
Kelly,
Whenever he's dead, who's he gonna get mad at?
yeah. Drew raises a fair point. Kelly,
look, I'm not saying anything. I just think it's kind of weird that they have to keep showing this grown man with this little kid walking through empty hallways.
keeps taking him off camera.
in empty stadiums, and I just keep thinking that Terry Taylor is saying, "Okay, look, don't tell anyone because you'll get in trouble too." Like,
And maybe there's a reason Reed turned
yeah.
to things to lighten the load later in life.
I
I'm
do not.
saying there was causality, but who knows?
I approve of this message.
The thoughts and feelings of
it's a joke.
Okay, fair.
Jesus.
The thoughts and feelings of 3 members of the worst year of our lives do reflect the thoughts and feelings of the 4th member of the worst year of our lives. Thank you.
Speaking
This has
of
been paid for by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Okay, match 2. Daphne versus Crowbar. Last time we saw them, they joint won the
Yeah.
Cruiserweight Championship. Now they're fighting over the Cruiserweight Championship.
Cromar's a face, I think, but Daphne is associated with heels.
Well,
I can't.
He's also associated with heels because they were at the funeral too.
Yeah.
Just before this, they were at the funeral.
But he's a face.
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
So this is the first of 3 New Blood on New Blood matches.
yeah, there's this dawn on me because
Yeah.
the people who interfere in this match,
Yeah.
spoiler, Candido and Tammy,
Are also in
New
the
Blood.
fucking New Blood. Yeah.
So these guys start off every classic cruiserweight title match. They have a thumb war.
Yep.
They play rock paper scissors. Crowbar gives her an Indian burn.
Yep.
Then Miss Hancock comes out because why not?
Yeah,
and that was the end of that.
That was it.
Yeah.
We saw her for 2 seconds.
What's her deal?
I don't know.
I hate to say I yearn for the days of her at least having something to do
Like
with
dance?
with fucking Lane and Rave.
Yeah.
Because at least that was something. But no, I won't say that because I do really hate Lane and Rave.
So they wrestle for a second. Daphne gives Crowbar like a cool looking Lita-esque Rana.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was about the end of that. Chris and Tammy interfere. Tammy can't do shit because she's not trained and she's wearing
These were
heels.
6-inch heels.
Oh, yeah.
Chris gives Crowbar a Fire Thunder on a chair
Brutal.
because why not?
Yeah. Yeah, famous Chris Candido move, Fire Thunder driver.
And then Daphne is trying to revive Crowbar, but has her hands on his chest, and the ref counts 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
New Cruiserweight champion.
surprise, you're the champion now. And she's like, oh, I'm bummed. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm excited that I won the title because I got a shiny thing, I guess.
Yeah, she's like a magpie.
This makes no sense.
Most of this match was spent with us discussing if Daphne is trained.
Yeah.
We arrived at she is not.
She's not. Yeah, she was hired because
To be a personality.
Yeah, she won some contest when they were looking for new like on-screen talent, and I think there's like, you seem cool, and then
You'll probably fuck some of us.
Get in the ring.
Spoiler, she did.
She did both of those things.
Yeah.
Maybe simultaneously. We have a Kid Cam catching Tori secretly massaging Horace.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 'cause she was given to him as property last show, right?
Yes. We have Booker T leaving. MIA's like, no, just because you're fired, don't leave.
Booker T leaving with no shirt on.
No, guys, you stay tuned in next week.
That's pretty good.
That's a good Booker T.
That's
right?
good.
That was pretty
He's a
good.
very deep, gravelly voice.
Yeah.
That was pretty
But
good.
that's his fake voice.
Oh,
Have
that's
you ever
true.
heard his real voice? Is super nerdy.
His real voice is King Booker. That's when he stopped doing an accent.
That's true, yeah.
Booker leaves, and then we see another recurring hilarious sketch. Norman Smiley washing cars in the back with Ralphus. That's a running joke in this show. Kidman is upset with Eric, and then Eric's like, oh, you're fucking upset? Then fucking wrestle the guy who's cucking you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll make the woman the referee, because
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
What did Bischoff tell him, basically, Kelly?
Oh, he said, hey, look, kid, when you can get upset all you want, but it's a cuck or be cuck world.
Fucking right it is.
So,
Guys, we're gonna amass the wrong kind of following the amount of times we use the word.
I hope that by mid-December 2018, mid-December 2000 Nitro time,
Yeah.
that we are the number one podcast of the alt-right.
God Christ. All right, so this leads to Kidman versus Horace. Tori is the
Fucking
ref.
us and Richard Spencer.
They
Wonder if we can
brawl,
get him on.
They brawl from the back to the ring. Horace sucks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, he
Doesn't wear gear.
really sucks. Well, that's
just
It
neither does
goes
Kidman.
without saying.
Our good buddy, Fun Brother, Hulk Hogan comes out. I wrote that Fun Brother flares Kidman onto Horace through a table.
Yeah.
And then makes Tori count the pin for Kidman,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, Kidman was on the top, a horse was on the table. Yeah, Hogan gave him the toss off the top through the table. A horse kind of tried to get out of the way.
Yeah.
So Kidman just hit table and not him.
Yeah, it was a nothing match, but surprise.
It was another match with interference.
Hogan
So that's
cuts a
worth something.
promo on Eric. I don't remember what about. Is this the last time we see Hogan? No, he wrestles. What am I saying?
He wrestles.
He's on the show.
Yeah, but he fucking puts a guy over.
Yes. Sure.
Yeah.
More of the fucking Flair funeral. This time they've got Flair's Rolex and they're going to put it in the coffin
Yes.
with him. But instead they're like, no, let's give it to David.
Keep it in the family.
More Terry and Reed in hallways.
Who's to say what happened?
Then more Norman
Maybe he
and
showed him his red
Ralphus.
rooster.
The Filthy Animals show up in a lowrider. They're like, yeah, okay, you can...
Unfortunately, Lowrider by War was not playing. They did not have the rights. It should have been.
Sure.
Or Conan's awesome rap song.
Yeah, they probably do. I mean, if they did have the rights, they probably don't for the network anymore.
Maybe
So,
not.
The MIA are watching on a screen, and they're like, we got a plan, guys.
Yeah.
We're going to have some fun.
Fuck these guys.
Terry Funk out. He's going to retire
Well,
I think.
We think he's wearing a tuxedo with boots.
with his white cowboy boots.
Yeah.
And his daughter is sitting ringside.
Mm-hmm.
Shane Douglas with his sick Deep Purple knockoff on the
Hate
network
it.
that Scott loves.
It's bad.
He interrupts. He's like, yeah, say the words that we want to hear. You're going to retire, Funker. We're sick of you.
Yeah.
And then Swerve, Terry's announcement is that he's a grandfather now and that he signed a contract extension and he's not going to retire.
Granddaddy, I'm a grandfather, and his daughter's at ringside.
Yes.
But then Funk was saying, like, I agree with you. Grandfather shouldn't be in the ring. So we're like, oh, God, he's going to kill his grandson.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm going to...
I convinced my daughter to have an abortion, and I ain't no chicken farmer.
I ain't going to be a grandfather for at least 9 more months.
So,
And then who knows, I might make her do it again because I want to wrestle.
I know her from Amarillo, Texas, but I'm pro-choice as fuck.
We're going down a real dark alley this show.
That's not as alt-right, though. Pro-choice isn't so
I
alt-right.
guess we're trying to get as many different sides. Yeah. We're trying to appeal to everybody, right?
Nah, I think we should just commit, guys. Pro-life.
New Blood attack him. Shane gives him the grossest unprotected power.
Oh my god!
Just spreads his legs.
He's like, oh, you're not retiring? We'll see about that.
Then, kind of underrated in the segment, I think they kind of cut away from it, but Candido also gave him a DDT on the chair that I think was pretty
very
gross.
bad.
Yeah, that also looked bad. Then Douglas pins him. The New Blood are the ones that make the
Candido
count.
makes the count.
We joke, well, surely this can't actually count as a title change.
And then we think to ourselves, well, it is 2000, so we look it up. Yes, recognized title change. Shane Douglas is the hardcore champion.
Terry Funk was trying his damnedest to kick out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he knew it was a real match. We didn't know it was a real match. I actually didn't write down that it was a real match, but I should have, I guess.
I'm sure he did kick out a couple times, but they still counted the 3 anyways.
Oh, and his daughter gets in the ring, and like Tammy awkwardly holds her back. And
Yeah, Tammy, who's still wearing 6-inch heels and can't take one step without breaking her ankle.
I think she was barefoot at this point because
maybe she was
moving around.
Yeah, I think she knew she had to do stuff.
Yeah. Then I have the MIA Punk Ralphus.
Yeah.
Years before Punk was a thing. And they replaced...
They were watching that early CKY.
Yes. They replace the soapy water with something. I wrote jizzy water.
It seemed like it was supposed to be paint.
Yes.
But it wasn't.
No.
Because paint would have just stuck to the car, and this, like, sort of wiped off.
Yes.
So, yeah, it was cum.
Yeah. That also would have stuck to the car, though.
But you can move cum around. Dan, how much cum have you ever seen on a car at one time? Not that much. Like, just a bit in the tailpipe that you used when you were wearing a dress.
Or a corset.
Or a corset.
In an English garden.
Look that picture up.
Google that, guys. That's maybe my favorite thing on the internet.
Just, Google corset fucking tailpipe. You'll get there.
Yeah. Real...
The look of... Look at this face.
I'm going to put it on the big screen while we do this.
This should be the photo.
I wish I could use this as a photo. I can't.
I was going to say, that's going to be pulled off in YouTube.
I want this to be our thumbnail, though.
Tailpipe
fucking images. It should be the first image. Yeah, it's the first
But there's
image.
more!
Oh, there's so
multiple.
many.
Sicko fucking tailpipe.
You guys, if you're not looking this up right now, you're listening to the podcast wrong.
Oh, all right. So, where were we?
Priceless.
Mike Awesome is driving in an ambulance into the building while wearing a surgical halo. Then we see, cut back to, I guess, Thunder this past week, where Canyon is interviewed in bed by Mike Tenay.
While playing Halo.
Does that game even exist yet?
No, probably not.
Xbox isn't out yet, right? For another year?
Well, I think Xbox comes out 2001 or 2002.
Yeah, that sounds right. I think Halo is not a thing yet. But Canyon is obviously wearing a halo, and Mike Awesome is mocking him. I wrote...
Canyon reminds us what a bad lisp he has.
Yes.
Yeah, he sounds like Drederick Tatum.
I wrote, noted good promo, Mike Awesome comes out.
Hey.
He mocks Canyon.
Did better than usual.
And then says some pretty funny things.
Says a couple legit funny things.
He said, I'm so hurt from being crippled.
But like he kind of like...
His bad delivery made it better.
Yes, agreed. He's interrupted by the Wall, who is also a heel in the New Blood. But I guess he's a babyface?
I don't know. But our second New Blood on New Blood match... No, third. Because Kidman Horace.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, it's our third.
Number 3.
So we have the Wall versus Mike Awesome in a tables versus ambulance match.
Yeah.
That's what it's announced by the commentators. It is a... I forgot that was still on the screen and I looked over. It is a nothing 90-second match. The Wall gets back body dropped over the top rope through a table. Awesome wins.
Yeah.
And it was a scary bump.
Yeah, it was nasty.
Yeah.
He flew for a big man.
Wall's a big guy.
And barely tucked.
Yeah.
And then immediately no-sells it.
Yeah. As I noted, no-sold the biggest spot from Okada Omega last year.
Yes. Then Shane Douglas comes out to his theme song again, and they beat up the Wall with a pipe. Mm-hmm. They drag him to the back where the ambulance is, but surprise!
Who that jumping out the sky? DDP.
DDP jumps out of the ambulance. He throws Mike Awesome in it, and then someone drives Mike Awesome away while the
Like,
wall...
he didn't need medical
No,
attention.
he was fine.
Like,
He's probably just, like, sitting there like, all right.
tell the guy to stop, Mike.
Yeah.
I don't need to go to the hospital, sir. Drop me around the front.
So the Wall and Shane Douglas brawl to end the segment. Then we get a hard cut to the Flair funeral procession making its way from the back
Who's in that?
to the ring.
Uh-huh.
Both featured pallbearers. We have Shane Douglas,
Yep.
who we just saw brawling less than a second ago.
Yeah, looking pristine and wearing different clothes.
And Mike Awesome.
And Mike Awesome.
also wearing different clothes.
Who has bilocated.
Yes. And I wrote, Norman and Ralph is washing cars with jizz.
Yep.
The Flair funeral takes place ringside. Russo yaps, as Russo does.
Wears sunglasses indoors because he's cool.
Gives the title to Jeff Jarrett. Then they decide to just, like, kind of recreate the segment they kind of teased in the back with the watch in the coffin.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, I know we were going to do this in the back, and then we decided to give you the watch, David, but let's actually put the watch in the coffin.
Look, it's called Reincorporation. It's Screenwriting 101. This is perfect.
Okay. Who am I to tell you how to write a show? I know you're a big Vince Russo apologist, so...
Yeah, me and Pete.
Russo apologist and Holocaust denier.
I bet there's a big overlap
Crossover?
in Venn diagram between Russo apologists and Holocaust
Not
deniers.
just
It's
Scott.
it's one circle.
Honestly,
Yeah.
they're just as bonkers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Leota put the watch.
I
Somebody's got the giggles.
well, I've come this far. So I was doing a calculation on my calculator that should have come out to about 6 million, but instead it said more like 3,000.
Thought you were going to say it came to 5318008, which if you turn it upside down says boobies. Anyways, Kevin Nash is in the coffin. Surprise! He clears house because he's Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash's fake Undertaker.
Although he really struggled to get out of that coffin.
You would
he
struggle
was
too.
he was bigger than the coffin.
He's bigger than
Yes.
the coffin, and he was definitely under a layer.
He was in a trap door.
Yeah, he was in a trap
But,
door
you could
in the
even-
fetal position.
You could even see Russo reach in and have to lift up
The trap door.
the trap door so that Nash could reach his hand out.
Yeah. And then an upset Vinny Rue sets up a title match in the main event. Very specifically says, Kevin Nash, if you don't return that belt within the next 45 minutes, you're going to have to defend it against Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're going to have a no holds barred match against Jeff Jarrett
For the title.
We're going to beat the crap out of you or whatever.
Yeah.
So we got Scott Steiner versus Rick Steiner. Scott comes out and says he wants to see Rick and Tank Abbott, and he's going to fight one of them in the Asylum cage, which I don't think has ever been mentioned before.
No.
You've never seen it before. I hope we don't see it again.
I bet you we do.
I'm sure we do.
I bet you we
Nah,
do.
you know what? I bet we don't. I bet they spent the money to build that fucking thing, and then they use it one time in a nothing 3-minute match.
That makes sense.
So it's a circular cage that fits within the ropes
Yeah, not all
of the
room.
ring.
Yeah, if the WCW ring is
16.
16 feet? 18.
18. But rope to rope is probably 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the diameter of the dome is probably
12.
12. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we learned when Scotty ran out of room trying to do Belly Belly.
Yep. And Rick, midway, was like, oh, not gonna happen, brother. I just wrote, Scott cuts a promo beforehand with some cheerleaders, kind of babyface hometown promo because they're back in
Looking
Michigan.
bigger than usual.
Yep.
Oh, his arms were full of veins. He invented new veins and taped them to himself.
Classic Scott Steiner. I wrote there's some pretty rough English in the promo, but he also...
He did pronounce Michigan, his home state, in 2 syllables.
Yep.
I don't want to play spoiler here, but there is literally one on the next Nitro.
Love it. Is it versus Tank?
It is versus Shane Douglas.
What?
Why not?
Steiner versus Shane Douglas?
Yeah.
He also did a nice little ditty where he rhymed nothing finer, 69er, Scott
Steiner. Boom, boom, boom.
He's a poet, and he probably is aware of it. So they kind of brawl for 2 seconds, and then we cut to the back for Goldberg's music playing, it's Tankberg.
Who is billed as such in his graphic.
Yes. He comes out with bolt cutters.
Is there ever a Goldberg Tank Abbott match? Oh. Is there? Like, there's...
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Is there a pay-per-view?
No, I think
There's not, right? Yeah.
It's
I'm
a
like,
Nitro.
I do not...
I bet it goes less than 90 seconds.
Yeah, I do not ever remember a Goldberg
I
Abbott
bet it
pay-per-view
goes
match.
Nothing.
I bet you that's the end of Tank's push.
Well, I
Goldberg
bet you that's what
crushes
leads to
him
him
and
joining the
Yeah.
3 count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's probably around Goldberg's heel turn, too.
I bet you it's Goldberg's comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just making assumptions, guys. If you know at home, good for you.
Give us a call, 591-ROCK, 591-ROLL, baby.
No, 1-900
909
9900. Come on.
One top 100, 800 top.
Tankbird comes out. He cuts open the cage with the bolt cutters. Then he KOs.
Then, like, gives up on that.
Yeah, he's like, this is a terrible idea. I'm gonna have to do so much cutting. Our segment doesn't have that much time. So he KOs the referee,
Smashes him.
smashes Mickey J.
Yeah.
and then uses, I guess, a remote control to
The button.
to raise
Yeah.
the cage.
Could have done it in the first place, I guess.
They get in. They double team Rick. Kevin Nash saves him because why not?
Kevin Nash is, like, the savior of this
Yeah,
show. It's
he's
just
the only
like,
babyface who's supposed to
If
look
there's
good.
an injustice,
Yeah.
Kevin Nash will save you.
It is Easter and he does look like Jesus.
And then, of course, noted pig Mark Madden refers to him as the sexecutioner because he's got a fucking hard-on for him. But
But, look,
Sexy. Of course he's a executioner.
I know we don't like Mark Patton.
yes,
That was a good line.
that's an okay line. It makes me think of I'm gonna make a real dated reference to when Bill Hicks and one of his albums where he refers to how Rush Limbaugh likes like getting pissed on and like jerking off in a bathtub while like Barbara Bush like pisses on him.
Yeah.
Those are some real dated references. But I mean, Bill Hicks died in 1994, but I can definitely see Mark Madden being in a bathtub getting pissed on.
A
by
real
Kevin
Limbaugh
Nash.
type.
Yeah. Anyways,
Man, Limbaugh, still a thing.
really?
Well, like,
Yeah,
So
like,
he's got a show.
yeah. He was like a real thing up to probably like 5 years ago. Pretty much like when he morphed into Alex Jones.
Gotcha. We have the debuting Pamela Paulshock.
Paula Poundstone.
My bad.
Noted Kid
Town,
Diddler.
town.
She was one of Scott Steiner's freaks right
Yeah.
at the beginning of the year, as was Major Guns.
Her tits are out of control.
Yes. She literally starts her interview saying, "I'm looking for Kevin Nash," and then 2 seconds later, she's like, "Oh, hey, Kevin Nash."
Kevin Nash.
And then he is like, "Yeah, all right, I'll face Jeff Jarrett for this title." And then
No, he challenges
challenged.
Jarrett to the match that has already been made.
my bad.
Yeah.
Yes,
And then sexually harasses her.
correct. Then we have more T. Taylor and Reed in the hallway.
Oh boy.
It's just as much your fault as it is mine.
Match 6 or 7, depending on who you ask. We have the main event: Chuck Palumbo versus DDP.
Oh, I was really hoping like this was the main event.
No.
It's not.
No, we got 2 more matches after this too.
Great. Chuck Palumbo looks fucking stupid.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
Because he's wearing little knee pads and little
Short
boots.
boots.
Yes.
And he's a big, tall, like, especially lower body, like, lanky guy.
Yeah.
He looks retarded.
Skips leg day.
I hate him.
Needs to wear bigger boots.
Yeah.
I wrote this is basically a DDP squash. He does a nice belly to belly. He does a Liger bomb that kind of popped us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's Nitro in the year 2000, so the main event's transition / comeback is a low blow.
Yeah.
After low blowing DDP, though, he wants to kiss Liz.
Mm-hmm.
Liz decides to slap him.
Yep.
We get a double down. And then Kimberly Page comes out and just straight up cold cocks Liz with a bat shot.
Fucking blast her. I don't care if the bat was fake.
Yeah.
She hit her hard. If that was styrofoam, she hit her hard.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
But still. So DDP gets distracted by this. Awesome interferes, hits him with his surgical collar thing.
Yes.
And-
that DDP turned around for too early because Awesome took too long to get in the
He
ring
got stuck in the ropes.
with the collar
Yeah.
and then just like looked at him like a goon before getting hit with it.
And then Palumbo gets DDP up for the rack, but DDP definitely went up.
Jumped early.
Yes.
And Palumbo somehow saved it.
Yeah. Good. He's young. He's
Yeah.
fit. He's strong.
He's a modern day Lex Luger.
There you go. Speaking of which, Luger comes out to check on Liz, then goes to save DDP,
Is worthless.
and then gets like hospitalized.
Yeah. As he's trying to enter the ring, he did zero good things.
Yes. They really
He's no Kevin Nash.
They book him. Yeah, I was gonna say. Like I said, the only babyface who's booked to look good is Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
Finally, we get Taylor and Reed in the ring. They're about to say something, but they don't really say anything.
Reed gets out like one line that Taylor has to feed him half of midway through. Twice. Every Flair child just has this like dead-eyed, soulless lack of charisma and personality that I don't know what Rick did to all these. I don't know what Terry Taylor did to all these kids. I don't know what someone did to all these kids. All the Flair kids are fucked.
They can't cut promos.
All of them.
Yeah.
Ashley, Reed, David, they're all dead inside.
She's an okay heel promo actually, but that's about it. Anyways, David jumps him. Daphne hits Taylor with the statue thing. The
Statue of Liberty made of chalk.
Reed clamps on a headlock on Big Brother David. If this wasn't a
Reed kicked him in the shin, double legged him,
taped him,
and then put him in a headlock. Yeah.
If this was a shoot, I bet Reed could kick his ass.
100%.
Yeah, 12-year-old Reed could kick David's ass.
Yeah, 12-year-old Reed could absolutely beat up adult David Flair.
David
then and now.
Yes.
Yeah.
David makes a comeback with the an elbow to the gut, and then he kind of pie faces his brother down, and then puts him in a decent looking figure four.
Yeah. I said David Flair better figure four than Hulk Hogan and The Miz.
Yep, 100%. Okay, random match just for the hell of it: Vampiro versus Hulk Hogan. Hulk actually sells a decent amount for Vampiro
At the beginning. And then he decides to stop.
Yes, basically.
Because he's done.
He's had too much.
Hogan,
because it's his turn to start having some fun, brother.
Fun, brother. FUNB.
So here is how Hogan likes to have
Although
fun.
with Hogan,
brother.
I feel like that end might stand for something else.
Hogan has 2 belts.
Yeah.
Yes, he does. He has the Hulkamania belt and the belt that holds up his pants.
Here's Hulk Hogan's comeback.
The non-functional Hulkamania belt.
Here's Hulk Hogan's comeback in like 6 words: 2 belts, foot job, big boot, leg drop.
Oh, he did
punches.
give him a foot job. He gave him the daintiest, like, hold his legs and stomp his
the
dick,
old
but
gas pedal.
Yeah, the old face tack.
But it was real gentle.
Hogan makes a comeback. He's punching Vampiro. Kidman interferes, hits Hogan with a blowtorch.
Vampiro's blue torch.
What is it?
He got it from the brewery where they brew the
Are you
beer.
going to take you to the hospital to have a stroke again?
Who said that?
So Vampiro actually pins Hulk Hogan.
Put him over, brother.
Yeah, after interference with a weapon and Hogan's arm under the rope.
That the referee misses, yes. Although, does that, like...
No.
Do rope breaks matter in today's
Does
WCW?
anything
Rules don't
matter?
Yeah.
There are no rules.
There's no rules.
Hogan did that for himself, just so he could tell himself when he got up, he didn't really beat me, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just go to the back and be like, put him over, brother. Would you see my arms on the rope, so it doesn't really count? Yeah. I still put him over.
Anyways, they go to set him on fire. Sting makes the save. Hogan immediately jumps up after
Yeah.
Sting makes the save.
Sting giving Vampiro the death drop woke up Hogan.
Yes. The Filthy Animals finally catch up with Norman.
Who put all this cum on the car?
Hey, why are you washing our car with cum? They beat up Norman and Ralphus. MIA make the save.
Beat them up.
Ralphus is still out cold on the concrete, so they're going to get Major Guns to give him mouth to mouth, but Ralphus is a big old creep, and he's actually awake, and he just wants to make out with Major Guns.
He's got his lips pursed,
Yeah.
waiting for it.
And then they'll just, like, frolic around in the cum.
There's like, sha. That was the thing.
That was it.
that was the segment. Hey, main event segment. We made it. We made it, guys.
Now, is this really main event, or is it just Chuck Palumbo again?
No, it's not a special main event with the Demon versus whoever. It is Jeff Jarrett versus Kevin Nash with Vince Russo as the referee because he comes out at the beginning and jumps the real referee. Mm-hmm. It's just a lot of hitting moves and no selling, guys. Basically, Kevin Nash. That's kind of WCW nowadays. It's just like you have your signature moves, and you hit your signature moves. They don't work.
Yeah.
And the guys no-sell him and hit his signature moves.
Yeah.
And then
they don't work.
The only way you can win is by interference or by a weapon or a low blow or...
Multiple low blows.
Yeah, basically.
Or death.
Or death. I wrote, Nash is in control, snake eyes, side slam. Russo won't count for him. That's kind of a recurring trend in this match.
1-2 cross chop.
Yeah, no, one crotch chop. Yeah.
Or nothing crotch shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jarrett comes back, hits a chair shot on Nash. Nash just straight up no-sells it.
Yeah.
They brawl to the floor. Jarrett comes back, hits him with a belt shot, and then a series of punches that I really enjoyed, actually. It was one of my favorite things on the show.
You like his Memphis punches?
It was some real Memphis-looking punches.
Yeah.
But then Kevin Nash no-sells those. Goes to jackknife powerbomb.
Kevin Nash
Jarrett.
is a goddamn superhero on this show.
Oh, by the way, he's in street clothes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And we thought Nash was winning the title here, which would be the second straight Nitro where someone won the world title in street clothes.
Yes, didn't happen. I'm assuming it's just because he wanted to be in street clothes for the coffin segment, and he didn't have time to put his gear on because he was in the segment after that.
Or he didn't want to get blood on his gear.
Oh, spoiler, Scott.
Ooh. Woo.
Spoiler for something that happened 18 years ago. He goes to jackknife Jeff Jarrett. Russo gives him the mace. Jarrett gives him the stroke, which sucks.
Oh, onto his knees.
Yeah, Jarrett didn't even commit to his
Horrible.
own finish.
Steiner makes a run in to save him. He gets maced and handcuffed to the ropes in a spot that looks so uncomfortable.
Steiner looked
Like,
In a way that
legitimately
Scott
unhappy.
Steiner's arms do not move.
Yeah, you know how Scott Steiner's arms don't bend? Well, they made them bend, and then he was mad.
And I'm sure these cuffs dug into his wrists.
Yeah.
So then Kevin Nash still, amidst all this chaos with Steiner, he gets a near fall on Jarrett by choking Russo to the mat.
Yeah, he had
and
Jarrett
making
down
him-
and Russo down. He's choking Jarrett. He's choking Russo and making Russo count. Jarrett still kicks out because Jarrett is also a superhero. This is a real Clash of the Titans.
Russo gets out of the way. Nash follows after him. The R&B security swarm Nash, including a young Elix Skipper.
R&B or R&R?
R&B. Russo and Bischoff.
Rest and relaxation.
That's relaxation.
Sure. Rhythm and blues.
Yeah. Rhythm and Blues security is really weird because it's made up of half power plant trainees
Yes.
and half sad old men who are balding with ponytails.
Well, they're just local indie workers, I'm sure.
I guess they
yeah.
don't, but no, they look old. There's some old ones.
I think they're all indie workers.
Ugh,
very old.
they're too old.
Yeah, no. Half of the back half of WCW 2000 mid cards are in the R&B security right now.
Oh yeah.
Including Skipper takes a wicked elbow.
Including Elix Skipper, who eats total shit.
I don't even think he saw it coming. I think it was just a thrown elbow bopped him in the face.
Yeah, no. Nash broke his nose
At which point, K-Nash attempts to powerbomb Russo on the floor
for a long time
for a very long time
because
there's a bloodbath coming.
yeah,
But
not on Nash though.
I don't know what's going on here. Not on Nash. It's supposed to be on Nash,
Near Nash,
but they definitely
Niecy Nash,
What?
Reno 911.
Gotcha.
Reno 911.
He sets up the powerbomb in the wrong spot, and the bloodbath is missing him.
I don't know if it was his fault or if they did the bucket wrong. I don't want to.
I don't know the logistics.
I don't want to.
They thought the bucket was going to go this way, and the bucket went this way.
I don't want to lay blame on the wrong people.
Guys, you keep calling it blood. We don't know that.
We
It's
don't
a
know
red
that.
liquid.
We don't know it was cum on the car, and we don't know it was blood on Kevin Nash.
They're the new blood.
But they don't say it's blood.
Yeah, it's not blood.
They're the new red substance.
There you go.
Yes.
Liquidy, gooey.
FUNRS.
So the bloodbath misses. Nash actually kind of backs into it as it's falling.
Yeah, he's like,
shit,
oh,
you gotta-
yeah,
you gotta-
just
you
shimmies
gotta-
back.
He's committing to it.
At which point he backs into it and is like, "Oh, what's this thing covering me?" Jarrett sneaks up, hits him with a guitar shot. They do the pinfall in the aisleway in the blood. Mm-hmm. Jeff Jarrett is your new WCW World Champion.
Jeff Jarrett got blood on his gear. He's a professional. He
Still
didn't care.
the
Yeah,
champion.
Vince Russo got a lot of blood on him actually.
Yep.
He dove into the count.
Oh yeah, I guess that was him defending.
Yeah, him defending.
That was
the
defending.
title.
Yes, because he was given
That
it
was
earlier
awarded
in the show.
to him earlier. Yeah, and Russo did a slip and slide in to make the count, which is pretty cool.
This show sucks, guys.
Sucks.
Bad.
Real bad.
No Chronic.
Yeah.
Which
No
sucked.
Chronic, no Sid.
Tank didn't really do anything.
Tank didn't
Yeah.
do much.
Norman's just washing cars and
Yeah.
jizz.
Norman doesn't even have a job.
Sting didn't really do anything.
No
Yeah.
young dragons, no 3 count, having good spot fest matches.
Yeah, because the cruiserweight division is Daphne and Crowbar.
Yes.
And I guess Candido and Tammy
Yeah.
are the Cruiserweight division.
The show ends with Bischoff cutting a promo, and just it seems like he was stalling.
Seemed like
for
they
time.
had extra time.
Yeah.
It says they started early.
Oh, they did go early too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I just forgot. We were looking this up, and this show started an hour early
early?
because of NBA playoffs.
Right.
So I don't know if they were like, "Oh, the NBA's not ready to go, and we want to really dig into the WWE's number, so let's just."
Yeah.
Yeah. You're really making a difference at this point. You guys are getting murdered by the WWE.
I'll tell you who's making a difference.
Who?
Fatu in 1995, baby.
Sure. I saw him on a house show in 1995. Yeah.
Nice. Speaking of, not house shows, but we won't be able to report on next week's Nitro because I will be at Raw.
There you go. So
Listening to that fucking Kid Rock song performed live and on tape, 17 times.
So we should stay true to form, and you shouldn't be on next week's show.
Deal.
All right.
How about forever? Why don't you just tell me the name of the movie you want to hear?
On that note, we'll see you all next week, but not Scott. He's not invited. He'll be at Raw.